Good morning, dear students. Today, the first period of biology, we have to start by the chapter 4 in your books about the nervous communication. We have to start by the activities 1 and 2 about the organization of the nervous system in the vertebrates and invertebrates. First of all, you have to prepare your notebook and a pen, your phone or laptop, of course, and to open your biology book on the page 64. Many objectives have to be covered. First, we have to define the vertebrates and to list the different parts of their nervous system and the organs that protect these parts. Then, we have to deduce that the organization of the nervous system is almost the same in all the vertebrates. The second part of the video, we have to define the invertebrates and to deduce that the organization of the nervous system is not the same. First of all, animals are classified into two categories. We have vertebrate and we have invertebrate. The vertebrate includes 5 classes: the mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians. While the invertebrates, we have millions of examples like the insects and worms. Let's start by the vertebrates. Observe this figure. If we look to these 4 examples of animals, we notice that all of them have bones. They have internal skeleton. So these are vertebrates. They represent 3% of animals only. All of them have internal skeleton, bones, vertebral columns. We have to insist on the nervous system of a human, which is an example of vertebrates. As many systems, as all systems, the nervous system is a system, so it's made up of organs. But what are the organs that make the nervous system? First, we have the brain. Then we have the spinal cord, and we have many nerves. So we have one brain, one spinal cord, and many nerves throughout the body. First, these are 5 examples of vertebrates. All of them have a brain. All of them have a spinal cord. So as a conclusion, all the vertebrates share almost the same organization of the nervous system. Any vertebrate has a brain, any vertebrate has a spinal cord, any vertebrate has nerves. First, brain means encephalon. So we can say brain or we can say encephalon. If we make a zoom in on the brain, we notice that the brain is not one part. It's made up of 3 parts. The first one is the cerebrum, the second one the cerebellum, and the third one is the brainstem or the medulla oblongata. If we look to the brain, it's not free in our head. We have something called skull, made up of bones. So the brain is protected by the skull. So for example, if we fall down, we don't damage our brain directly. The brain should be protected by the skull. Same as for the spinal cord. The spinal cord at the level of the back is not free. It should be protected by the vertebral column. As a summary, a concept map showing the nervous system of vertebrate. The nervous system of vertebrate is made up, as we said, of 3 main organs: the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. While we notice that the brain and the spinal cord together make the central nervous system. They are the centers of the nervous system. While the nerves alone make up the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system is everything outside the brain and the spinal cord. It serves as a relay between brain, spinal cord, and the rest of the body. And the brain is made up of 3 parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. While we have 2 types of nerves. We have nerves called spinal nerves, which arise directly from the spinal cord. They are 31 pairs. And we have nerves that arise directly from the brain, which are called cranial nerves, and these are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. So the nerves, we have two types. The first type of nerves, 31 pairs arise from the spinal cord and 12 pairs arise directly from the brain. Now, the second part of the video about the nervous system of the invertebrates. What are the invertebrates? Look to these four examples. Do they have skeleton? Do they have bones? Do they have vertebral column? No. So, the invertebrates, they make the rest 97% of animals. They have no vertebral column, no backbone, so they have no spinal cord. This is the nervous system of a shrimp, which is an example of invertebrate. If we look to this nervous system, after the dissection, it's made up of a chain of ganglia, the ventral chain of ganglia along the animal midline. This is the nervous system of invertebrates, or of the shrimp, is made up of a chain of ganglia. It's a ventral chain of ganglia, the white one here. So, from the book, the nervous system of the shrimp is made up of ganglia. Above the esophagus, one under it, and we have 3 thoracic ganglia and 6 abdominal ganglia. It's the example of the shrimp only, not all invertebrates. Same, we have a small concept map. The nervous system, like that of vertebrate, is made up of central and peripheral part, while here the central part is not made of brain and spinal cord, it's made up of ganglia. For the shrimp, we have 2 esophageal, 3 thoracic, and 6 abdominal, and the peripheral nervous system is made up of nerves. If we compare the nervous system of these 6 examples of invertebrates, look to this figure. Do they have the same organization of the nervous system? No, they don't have the same nervous system. They don't have the same number of ganglia. So the invertebrates don't share the same organization of nervous system. It's different from one group to another. It's the end. We have to make a small evaluation to compare the nervous system of vertebrates to that of invertebrates. So you have to pause the video and to think before answering. Compare means you have to mention the similarities between these two nervous systems and the differences. So the similarities between the nervous system of vertebrates and invertebrates. First, the nervous system is made up of central and peripheral nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system in both of them is made up of nerves. While the differences, the central nervous system of vertebrates is made up of brain and spinal cord, while that of shrimp is made up of a chain of ganglia.